But this course is going to be a little different. It's a participatory course. And today we are going to have you participate in actually working together at some of the exercises and experiences that will make it meaningful to you personally. So let's do an exercise now. We'll be doing several short writing exercises today, which you may do if you have a printed version of the handout, but that's not necessary. You just take a blank piece of paper or even an electronic device. Now, no one's going to see your responses. They're just for your self-awareness. I encourage you to do each one along with the class. I know it's easy just to sit there or close your eyes while we do the exercises, but I truly encourage you to do it in the energy of the group. This gives juice to us all to get value from the exercise. So the first exercise is on handout 1, called Reflections on Your Love. And what we're going to do is to write how you would distinguish between the love you have as an emotion you feel versus the love you essentially are. Now, this is not a test. I've not gone into this in detail yet. So this is just to see what your intuitive sense of this distinction is for you. So we're going to take a couple of minutes to complete section 1 on how I differentiate love on handout 1, Reflections on Your Love. And section 1 says, how I differentiate love as an emotion I feel. So an example might be, it's a pleasurable sensation that comes and goes depending on how others react to me. Versus a quality of my being is, you might say, it's a sense of, in my heart, of my goodness as a child of God. Okay, so go ahead now, just on a piece of paper or on the handout or on your iPad or whatever, and just complete this. We're going to give you a couple of minutes to do this. Okay, now come on back to the class. And if for any of these exercises you haven't finished them when I say come back to the class, I ask you just to return to the class and revisit the exercise later when it might become more clear for you. So without an understanding of what love really is, the marriage of the body and the soul can be a difficult struggle. As you come to understand the power of love, balance and resolution will come about. Many people have fallen into a life of self-destruction or even crime before this could happen for them. Such degenerating behavior is a result of our soul that has lost its connection with love, as well as its focus and service in their physical life. So I prefer to see people who are struggling with an addiction, for example, as someone experimenting with choices en route to their fulfillment. And they must eventually discover this on their own, that substitutes for love are never as fulfilling, and will experiment with that as long as it takes. Because the only true road is through the soul's covenant with the Creator. And whether that takes a week or several lifetimes, the final outcome is worth it. It reminds me, as I was writing this, about a movie, pretty old now, it's called Groundhog's Day, in which a reporter, happened to be Mil Murray, was sent on an assignment to go to Pennsylvania to film the groundhog coming out. It's a cute thing they put on TV. And he got there and he noticed another woman who was also a reporter. I believe I've got this straight. But he became quite taken with her. And immediately he wanted to impress her and to get to know her. And he would go through the machinations that he had learned how to impress someone, or how to get them to like you, and it would fall flat. And he'd go to bed kind of discouraged, and he'd wake up, and what he discovered when he woke up, it was the same day, only he was starting over. It's like, oh, he had another chance. And so, sure enough, he would try something different in order to impress or get close to this woman that he was very fond of. But he would stumble over his own feet. In other words, he would fail. And he went through this several days in a row, waking up each day and having to start over. Well, to make a good Hollywood movie, of course, the final day when he had given up all hope, everything he tried did not work. He just was his natural self. And that's what she was attracted to. And so from then on, life went on, and he didn't wake up on Groundhog's Day again. So sometimes you may see your life as the same day coming over and over until you get it right. It's like life keeps giving us opportunities. And foibles are to be expected, and hopefully we learn from them, but crime is not. If you help a person to restore within themselves these three cornerstones of essence, their soul, their body, and their love, you will help them find their life again. Now, this help may come just in the form of a conversation that you have with them, if they ask for it, and or they're open to it. Generally, it will not be received well if you're preaching to them or trying to convince them. Your loving and accepting presence may at times be a more powerful support than you imagine. This is exercising the intelligence of love, rather than investing in your ego's desire to have the right answers for others.